Everything about the kingdom, please, 1 minute. 1 minute, we'll get there. Everything about the kingdom is connection. Somebody say connection. The Bible said an evil spirit was cast out from a person. Somebody say evil spirit. The spirit went out to draw 7 other spirits to join him to fulfill an assignment. And the Bible said the later part of the man was worse than his beginning. If demons can connect, pastors should connect. We have gifted men but haters. If demons can connect to fulfill an assignment, men of God should stop acting as if they are God. Everything about the Bible said the red dragon threw his tail into heaven and took 1/3 of the angels to join Lucifer against God. Your problem is not foundation, it's relationship. You have the wrong people around you. Are you hearing me?
Yes,
you can watch a movie for 7 hours. You can't stay in church for 4 hours. You are in church, you are chatting. If you know the demons fighting your father's house, you will drop your phone. Your mate are spending 1 billion to sponsor Benson and Haggis for 2 weeks in CNN. The worst that can happen to you is to be in a church you are valuable and not usable.
You are talking, sir.
I don't step everywhere. I don't speak anyhow. If God didn't say I should pass through here, I'll be resting. But in the next few minutes, you will not escape what you expect.
Amen.
Now your amen is too low.
Amen.
I don't speak to children. I talk to elders. You need to have weight to hear me. My customers are not everybody. I have special customers. Lift your right hand above your head. Hear this. If in 3 hours your life is like this, you didn't see my face. If there is a power that makes men repeat history in your family, instead of making history, if I hear your loudest amen, you are exempted. Amen. They ran to John, sir. His disciples went to John and said, the man you ordained yesterday is doing the same thing, and more people gathered there. What will you say? The young man, you said, behold the Lamb of God who taketh away the sins of the world. Yesterday you announced him to us. Is by the other side of Jordan, and more people gathered there. If you were John, what will you say? If you had a house girl who you raised, and today she opened a big supermarket, and they said to you, Sister Alice, that girl is doing better than you, what would be your statement? Answer that, then you are a Christian. I have fought battles. My names are not hidden. I have fought battles in nations. I have fought the beast of Ephesus. If I say God has blessed you, I'm not joking. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
There are 9 of you. Look at my red eye. In 6 hours from now, where no man in your father's house has entered, if I hear your amen, you will enter there. Amen. There are men who have sown seed, they fasted, but yet nothing to show. That's not Christianity.
Nothing.
If I enter a place, I give you 3 hours. I'm not normal. Not normal. I'm not normal. Listen, a king said, if by tomorrow the head of Elijah, if he's still on his head, I am not a king. I have a problem with that. Is Elisha a food merchant? Is Elisha the minister of finance? Is Elisha the... Why will a king be troubled over a prophet where there are ministers of finance? And the Lord said to me, he said, the rescue of any nation is with the prophet.
Clap your hands, celebrate grace.
Lift your hand, lift your hand, lift your hand. You've been clapping, nothing has happened. Lift your hand, I don't need it. A city were in famine for 3.5 years, and the prophet was to be held responsible. Not a government. And you are here. If you don't know your prophet, you don't know God. Hear me. God does not live in time. God lives in eternity. It takes men to bring what God has provided for you from eternity into time. 1,000 years is like one day. Oh, 7 years of my delay in heaven is 3 seconds. Every provision is in eternity, not on the earth. We have provision in heaven, we have manifestation here. God cannot do anything himself. It's illegal for God to answer your prayer. Can I even say this here? God does not answer prayer. There is nothing in heaven for God to give you. In John 3:16, God so loved the world that he gave his only, you know English, his only begotten son. The only thing in heaven is his only begotten son. He has given it out. Whosoever believes in him, not on me. God doesn't do anything again. He has done everything. The only thing he has given it. Whosoever believe in him. So he said, I have heard their cry and I am come down. When they looked down, they saw a man.
They saw a man.
Your problem, you lack perception. Perception. This man has two personalities. He has his performance, has his personality. When you come here, follow his performance, forget his personality.
This is deep, sir. Deep.
Give me your right hand, if you will.
Take it, sir.
Look at me. Whatever has changed your smell, that make men suddenly hate you. If I hear your loudest amen, it is addressed.
Amen.
I got to my state in Abuja with 2,000 and a bag. And then I said to a pastor, God is calling me into ministry. He said, if God will call everybody, he will not call you. Because I was looking. And 4 years after, and then I went back to the same man. He said, if I had known, I wouldn't have mocked you in the service like this. Whoever has concluded you, they did it too quick. It was too early.
Too early.
There are men who left your life if they know the next 2 months. I didn't come to play here. I don't enter anywhere and things don't change. I speak to the foundation of the Father's house in the name of Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. I prophesy to 7 of you. If God called me, Jesus, every rejected stone is becoming a superstone. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, it has not entered the heart of man what God has destined for them that love him. For the more they trouble them, God said I should say to you, 6 hours from now, those who have mocked you, they shall be arrested. There is grace living me. There are some strange gifts of the spirit. I feel to say this here. Your problem is relationship. You are mixing with the wrongest of people. A king said to his son, he said, come, Jonathan, come. As long David's leg is still on the ground, the throne will not be given to you.
Never. Never.
You will never sit on the throne. He said, bring me David, let me kill him. For the first time, a son looked at his father's face. He said, what has he done to you? In the place that matter, may men speak for you.
Amen.
Your problem, I want to pray now. I hear it. May your helpers never meet your enemies. Your problem, helpers have been coming. Who did they meet? They met a man, they met a woman that knew your past. I make a decree in this building today. May your helpers never meet your enemies.
Amen. Go ahead, sir. Talk
For the lines are falling in pleasant places. Thou have a godly inheritance. For I and the children the Lord has given me, we are made for signs and wonders. If God be for us, who can be? For some trust in chariots, some trust in horses, but we shall remember the name of the Lord. For the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth and they are saved. What then shall we say unto these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? Some trust in chariots. Someone say, I love this guy.
I love this guy.
If in 3 hours nothing changed around you, never you look for a prophet again. I didn't come to make you happy, I came to make you happen. The devil is a liar. For the path of the just is the shining light, is shining brighter. I enter your father's house, I enter your village, I speak to that wicked man, I address that power. He said, Kapali, Lekaraposa, Egeto Sakiata, Ingegeda, Izakabadasa. Lift your hands.
Jesus.
Here we are, lifting our hands to you. Here we are, for all you done. As we pray, we worship your holy name. You are here, dwelling within my praise. For here we are, lifting our hands to you. And here we are, giving you thanks for all you do. As we pray, we worship your holy name. You are here, dwelling within my praise. You are here, dwelling within my praise. Kababakasha, for you are here, dwelling within my praise. Kababakasha, you are here, oh, dwelling within my praise. You are here, dwelling within my praise. I will serve no foreign God, no any other treasure. For you are my heart desire, the spirit without measure. Unto your name I will raise my sacrifice, my sacrifice. Unto your name I will raise my sacrifice, my sacrifice. There are angels everywhere. I was in the forest for 4 years. I'm not ordinary. Stretch your hands to me. Unto your name I will raise my sacrifice. a new garment coming. I saw a tap. I saw a rusted tap. A rusted tap that has been abandoned. And suddenly I saw an angel just by the tap. And I tried to look at the face of the angel. There was no end. And the next thing I saw water coming out from this dry tap. And the Lord said, a new season. There are 60 of you here. Men have looked down on you. People have given up on you. You've tried everything to stand. You are not standing. You've given your tithe. You paid your seat. You passed like, but nothing has changed. The Lord said, I make all things beautiful in my time, not in your time. I make all things beautiful in my time. So it's not about you going for it. It's about it coming to you.
Hey, for he made all things
Unto your name I will raise my
sacrifice.
When a child lifts his two hands and the father looks at the child, even without a language, the father carries the child. Lift your hands. 3 hours from now, go and write it down. I, the Lord, will do nothing until I reveal it to my servants, the prophets. Who is your prophet? Lift your hand. Unto your name I will raise my
sacrifice. To your name.
Listen, this is my prophecy to this church. Please listen. Please listen. Except the Lord builds the house, the labor in vain to build it. Say the Lord watches over a city, the watchman watch about is in vain. None of him that will it, none of him that runneth. But it's the Lord that showed mercy. The race is not to the swift, nor the battles to the strong. Have they mocked you? Have they looked down on you? Lift your hands. For this is the air I breathe.
This is the air.
Can I hear your worship? Your holy presence. Living in me. This is my daily bread. I want to hear your worship. This is my daily bread. Your very word. Your very word. Spoken to me. Spoken to me. I'm lost without you. Put your hand here. Put your hand here. What a crown I see coming back. What a crown I see coming. Silence everywhere, your eyes closed. Stop it. Jesus, how I love you. I lay down my life before you. How I Jesus, how I love you. I lay down my life before you. How I love you. One more time. Two more times. Say spirit, spirit. How I love. I lay down my life. I lay down my life before. Lift your hands here. How I love you. How I love you. Put your hands. Lay your right hand there. Elisha said, this is my prophecy, and I give you pass to the mic. He said, by tomorrow, the famine will end.
The family will end.
He said, by tomorrow. He just stood up and said, by tomorrow, the famine. Watch it. Bible said, the man who leaned on the king said, even though God opens the windows, we have some of them here. They don't believe that something can happen tomorrow. He said, even though the man who leans on the king said, even though God opens the heavens, he said, this cannot happen. Now watch it. I don't blame that man. The famine has been on for 3.5 years. So if you are to talk, if you say in 1 year time, there will be an adjustment, we will understand. We've dealt with this. Mothers now prefer to eat food than the fruit of the womb. This was 3.5 years. So it was practically impossible for the normal man to say, if by tomorrow, I just walked in here and I'm giving you a word of prophecy that by tomorrow, I don't care. A man who leaned on the king said, even though the heavens are open, how will a famine for 3.5 years? He didn't know that God lives in eternity. Man lives in time. And men are channels to the source. He didn't know that there are men God has grace. When they speak, the earth has no choice but to respond. We are not everywhere. We are not everywhere. Jesus walked under a closed heaven for 30 years. Now, the first time we heard about his manifestation was when he was 12 years. But after that 12 years, for 18 years, his life was silent. Now, some silent stage of your life now man has concluded. But when you get to 30 years, even Jesus had a silent years. That's not witchcraft.
I hear that.
Even Jesus, when he was 12, they said, who is this boy talking? His wisdom is pathfinding. But when he was 13, we didn't hear anything. And some of you here, this used to work for you before, but for some time now, it's not witchcraft. Yes, it's not witchcraft. It's not witchcraft. When he was 30, he met a man. And the man pointed at him. And the heavens opened. I said, this is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. What happened to the 18 years of his life? He was silent. Everything God has made ready for you is in eternity. It's not here. A man needs to go and bring it from eternity into time. I want to teach you perception before I pray for you. He said to Abraham, you will be great. This will happen to you. But Abraham never saw it. He only heard it. When he saw the delay, there was no Levite on the earth to bring what God have said from heaven. Melchizedek had to come down and receive tithes from Abraham. The next chapter, Abraham got that silver. When he said to Abraham, I will give you a child, 25 years. And he said, this young man have just made a mistake with the house girl. God the Father had to call God the Son and God the Holy Ghost. Let's go down together. They came down and Abraham perceived this man. You hearing me? I'm saying, and they gave food and he washed their leg. And then they said, there is a kingdom principle you must adhere to for you to have results. You must first of all give to the prophet before they give back to you. I'm not trying to raise money. And then they said, where is thy wife Sarah? After they have eaten. And he said, go and tell her by this time. That was the first time was mentioned. By this time tomorrow. You know why Sarah laughed? God said it, they didn't see it. How will this poor man say it and they will see? I've gone to massive church. I have seen big grace men speak. Is it this man that wear chain that look like a rascal? That look like a Yopi guy? That look like this? When he's preaching, you are trying to look at his designer. You will miss it. Because it's not in the container. It's in the content. Are you listening to me? Your body will not go to heaven, it's your spirit. Your body is not righteous. It's your spirit that is righteous. Are you hearing me now? And every righteousness is by credit, not by merit. Don't act like the house of God is your frontage. A woman was caught in the very act, yet God called her daughter. You know why she was only acting? It wasn't real. I don't like touching people. Holy spirits are here. Spirits are here. Spirits are here. Lift your hands. Put your hand. Let go pass. Embra. Savior. 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 The boy you saved has come to worship you. The boy you saved has come to worship you. Can we call him healer now? Healer. Ayama mama kabasha. Healer. One more time. Hey. For you has come to worship you. For you has come to worship you. Give me your hand. Jesus attended a wedding and took care of the marriage. And right there, the mother said, the wine is finished. And look at his response. Mother, it's not my time. Now the mother looked at the disciples and said, whatsoever he says to you, do it. Watch it. As they did what he says, the time came. Oh. It's not yet my time. I can't do it now. But the mother shifted and said, whatsoever he says to you, do it. As soon as they did what he says, the time came. Oh, you're not here. That was not time for them to drive cars. Maybe the next time you go drive, like 4 years from now, you drive a car. It was an impossible case. Now, watch it. He said to Elisha, he said, what do you want from me? He said, the double. He said, the double. He said, the double you ask is a hard thing. He said, but when you see me go and have an understanding, you will get it. When he saw, he said, my father, the hard thing dropped. These people are not here. What he asked was a hard thing. But when he saw him and said, Father, the hard thing dropped. What he asked, the man answered, it was a hard thing. So it's not possible. But when he said, Father, don't play with Father. The death of Christ did not only help us, it helped him. Before his death, he was a God to you, a God to Pharaoh. After his death, he became a father to us. So when you pray, don't say our God. God is not in heaven again, his Father.
Our Father.
3 hours from now, look at my eye. Where nobody has entered. I'm not playing. If your amen is the longest, you are the first to enter. At the first. The kind of wedding I saw happening, they are exclusive weddings. Yeah, when it comes late, it comes big. When it comes late. In Luke 1:57, Bible said, and Elizabeth full time came. I close with this, please. Elizabeth was married to a man called Zechariah. Bible said, and for many years they had no child. And now for Elizabeth, she has passed the age of menopause. Don't forget that Zechariah was a high priest. In other words, everyone is waiting on something. Oh God. Be careful how you jealous anybody here. The girl you are jealousing, there is something she's waiting for. Yes. Everyone here is waiting for something. Are you hearing me now? Sarah had servants. Sarah had money. Sarah had a husband. Sarah never had a child. Oh, why are you killing that girl you envy? There is something she's looking for too. That's why I don't jealous anybody. There is something that boy you jealous his car. If you show his drug he's taking, you won't wish to drive that G-Wagon. This is the only area where pastors don't give. The day you stop giving, you start dying. Nobody's there for him. Don't know who is this man on with the white beard. He thought he was faking his stories here. People are begging to see him. People are begging to meet him. I had to honor him so that I can flow. Any chief priest that go to a new land must take permission from the chief there before he can operate. Listen to me, I say this without a doubt. No man will spoil you around your helpers again. You would have gone far. What did they say about you? What did they say about you? What have they said about you? You lost that guy because someone said something. You don't know why the young man stopped relating with you. What did they hear? I suffered it. I suffered it. I had to deal with it in the place of worship. God is not after an eloquent preacher or a gifted man. He's after a worshiper. You can't worship God and end wrong. Lift your hands high. Watch this. Bible said, and everyone mocked them because they were high priests. They didn't expect that a priest will have an issue. Look at the way any small thing the pastor does, you mock your pastor. Bible said David and his men went out. Are you hearing me now? They got back from a war. While they got to Ziklag, they saw that everywhere was burnt down. Bible said, and David lost his 2 wives and children. The same way they lost things, the same people still took stone to stone a man who lost the same thing they lost. You don't know what this man deals with. Because we don't say our scares. But yet the church is too quick to stone us. What you lost, the same man lost. We all went to the same battle. We all returned the same time. We all saw the same thing. Yet people pick stone to stone the same man. If you know what we go through, you will spend time to pray for us. How will he leave US and is in Ghana? You spend CDs here. We spend dollars there. It has to be God. It's not gold. I want to say this to you as I drop this mic. Listen to me, because after you give your life to Christ, it's not enough. In Africa, things don't pass away. If any man be in Christ, the new creature, things are, but no, things are forced away. No, they don't pass away. New creation is not a reality. It's a disadvantage. Yes, take it from me. I was a pastor of Christ Embassy. Yes. Oh, I'm now saved. You are saved, you are still owing your landlord. That's not a complete safeness. There are things that pass away. There are things you force away. And this is my emphasis. Bible said, and God visited them. Are you hearing me now? I'm going to pray 2 prayers now. And God visited who? Zachariah and Elizabeth. Now watch this. Bible said, and the elders came to carry the child and name him. Where the mother was, where the father was, they picked the child. Name is important. God has highly exalted him and given him a name. If name is not important, why would God change Abraham, which means father, to Abraham, which means father of all nations? Why would God change Simeon, which means chaff, to what? To what? To Peter, that means stone. Why would God change Jacob, that is 419, to Israel, that means prince? What is your name? You don't play with name. There are many of you, your mother called you that name because she had the name from her best friend, without checking the spirit behind the friend's name. That's why they call you beauty. You've never seen beauty. They call you love. You've never seen love. Listen to me as I close here. God can never answer a man's prayer that was not dedicated to him. When Moses died, Bible said Satan came for his body and an angel was there for the same body. Do you know who was Moses? The man who saw the face of God. Yeah, when he died, Bible said the angel was there to take his body to heaven. Satan was there to stop him. You know why? When Moses was born, 6 days later, he was named. 3 months, he was dedicated. Then a decree came that made them to take him and drop him. Another family came and carried him and renamed him. And rededicated him. So 2 altars were dragging him. Who touched your mother's womb when they carried you? What was done? That's why you've done everything to stand. You can't stand. Something is speaking. You are gifted, but you're not needed. With all your gifts, who is sponsoring you? You have served God. You know you have served God. And you are still in bondage. He said to them, I will let them go out of Egypt so they can serve me. Yet you have left Egypt. You are serving God. You are still in Egypt. Lift your hands. My eyes are open, but that is not for me to say. Listen to me. This is my emphasis. The woman said, they took the child and said, his name shall be called Zachariah, after the name of his father. Thank God for a good woman. That was the first time in a naming ceremony the woman protested. Said his name will never be called Zachariah. His name will be called John. What did your mother say when they named you? When they named you. She said, no, you can't call him. I have lived with Zachariah. I saw delay. Even for divine intervention, I won't have a child. I won't keep quiet and allow this innocent child suffer what he knows nothing about. It was Ahab who sinned, that kidnapped us. It was the children who paid the price. Our fathers have sinned, but their children have borne the iniquities. Why will I suffer what I know nothing about? Lift your hands. I want to pray one prayer for you. Before 12 this night, whatever use your body to work in the night. Have you not seen you eat in the dream and you don't pay? Who pay for you? You think it's no food is free. No food is free. There is an unseen lawyer who pays for you that you don't see. Then takes the money from you during the day. It's called collateral. So your daily opportunity has been exchanged in the night through the food you ate. If you can't deny you ate food in the dream, then your destiny is being thwarted somewhere. I didn't come like a normal man. By the time you sleep this night, whoever is using your image in any state, in any country, in any grave, if I hear your loudest amen today, they are under attack. Amen. Can I dare you to take 100 CD, to take 50 CD, run and stone it on me? If you have it here, quickly run. If it's 3 persons, I'm okay. Take 100 CD, take 20 CD, take 50 CD, run and throw it on me. Just don't touch me, just throw it on me. Throw it on me. If you are slow, you will miss it. If you are slow, you will miss it. If you are slow, you will miss it. There's 1 person, 2 more persons I'm waiting for. Quickly run. Thank you, Father. Lift your hands wherever you are. Father, we thank you. My hallelujah belongs to you.